Everyone is welcome in this house of multi-ethnic minorities. Azerbaijani and Armenian neighbors gather to drink coffee and chit-chat in the village of Sofi, Georgia. This time the coffee drinking is special. An Armenian student from GIPA University in Tbilisi has come with a camera to report how neighbors can overcome national conflict.
I just wanted to see how the relationship between these two nations are going on there. How can they be neighbors without thinking past or without thinking even present about their countries?
The conflict between Azerbaijan and Armenia followed the collapse of the Soviet Union and fight over disputed territory. A three-year war for the Karabakh region that started in 1991 is over, but the spirit of conflict between two nations continues. The Gmedia-supported journalism program at GIPA, funded by USAID, provides an education for Armenian and Azerbaijani students together with their Georgian counterparts. Armenian student Ani Gabrielian has decided to report on minority issues in the village of Sofi. What she found there was astonishing. She couldn't tell the difference between Azerbaijanis and Armenians.
They start talking with me in Armenian, and I was thinking that they're Armenians, start telling some things or asking, and then I found out that they are just Azerbaijanis who knows the language perfectly, even better than me. They feel themselves the real neighbors there. Their children study together, play together, and neighbors work together there.
Ani's story about the Armenian-Azerbaijani neighborhood ran on the GIPA student media webpage Newscafe.ge. This was not the only story that Ani Gabrielian produced about ethnic groups. During presidential elections, she interviewed Armenian minorities at Akhalkalaki on their expectations for future president.
These people who are living more farther from Tbilisi, from central life, they really need to know that there are people who care about them. As many GIPA students will go there to cover their stories, they will understand that their problems are also important and that they have the right to say about them. And maybe they have the opportunity, with the help of us, why not, to just highlight these problems to public.
Not far away from the village Sofi, another group of GIPA students, these from Azerbaijan, have arrived to report on ethnic minority problems at the village Tazakendi, inhabited by Azerbaijanis. Aygul Abdulkerimova and Vusale Hasreti visit school number 1 that has no electric light since Soviet times, and students lack textbooks. The GIPA students tried to help.
I gathered all my books at home, which I study at school, also from our neighbors, and bring them to Georgia. But it wasn't enough for them. It means that this problem should be solved directly or deeply. Not 20 or 30 books will not help them. So it was also a great chance for us to go and solve the problem. And then we decided and did our job.
Vusale and Aygul interviewed teachers, talked to students at school, and when they returned to Tbilisi, they visited the Education Ministry to get a response. After publishing their story on Newscafe.ge, the result was immediate.
When we prepared this school material and we called to the director again, and she said that yes, we have already got books, textbooks, Azerbaijan language and literature, and we also solved our electricity problems. I don't know whom mistake it was, but actually it was solved, and it was something very unique feeling for me.
Vusale and Aygul from Azerbaijan and Ani from Armenia hope the tradition of reporting on minority problems will be continued by new students coming from their countries to fulfill their studies at GIPA.
I think that we are giving motivation to next year's students. They will come and they will cover and they will continue this tradition.
And if they are successful, perhaps they too can shine some light on the needs of Georgia's minority population.